Today, I'm doing a review from a distillery that I have a lot of respect for, and I can't wait to try this bottle. This is a single barrel pick from Dettling. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today we are going to be talking about a bottle from Dettling. This is Detttling Bourbon. It's a 4-year age statement single barrel pick that was, the proceeds were to help this gentleman right here who passed away pay for his funeral services. So great bottle. I'm glad I was able to help out in even some small way. This bottle costs $190, and I'm assuming it's because it was a pick. It was a little bit more expensive. And this is my first bottle of Dettling I've ever owned. It's not the first bottle I've ever tried. I was hanging out with my buddy Robert Fernandez, and he had a bottle of Dettling Gold Wax. I think that's like it's like a super hard to find version of it because, of course, it's him. He had to have the most hard to find version of something for me to fall in love with and never be able to see again. But it was one of the best bourbons I've ever had. Don't remember any of the specs on it other than it was a gold wax. Rob, if you're down watching, which I'm sure you are, why don't you comment down below which one it was, so that way people who are curious about one of the best whiskeys ever made can find out for themselves. But I'm excited to get into this, and I'm trying to temper my expectations because, like I said, it's one of the best bourbons I've ever had, and I don't think this is going to be quite that good, but I'm hoping that it's comparable. That's what I'm hoping for. This is coming in at a 56.41% alcohol. There's no proof point. I'm bad at math, so 55 would be 110, so like 112-ish, something like that. Let's go ahead and give this into a Glen here, and let's see what we think about this bottle from Dettling. I am hoping to be able to do a barrel pick with them sooner than later. I think people really are curious about this brand ever since Brewzle kind of talked about them, and everything I've tried from them. I think I tried them before I'd heard about them from Brewzle. I could be wrong on that, but I'm curious to try this here. Let's give it a nosing. Let's see how we feel. All right. Right up my alley with the nose. The nose is a little proofy. I will say that. It is a little proofy. But this, to be fair, is also a fresh crack. I just opened it and just poured it into this glass. But it's got the notes I like on a bourbon. It's got like some pipe tobacco, some leather, a little bit of chocolate. It's kind of reminiscent of like a stag on the nose a little bit. A little bit of dark cherry in there. A little bit of like bitter chocolate, like dark chocolate, like super dark chocolate note. I like the nose on this quite a bit. Yeah, up there for me. My only knock on the nose is that it is a little proofy, and I think if it sat here for a few minutes, it would kind of mellow out a little bit. The pipe tobacco notes and the leather notes are just like right up my alley. This is what I love. All right, let's give it a mouthing. Let's see how we feel. Wow, that is way different on the palate than it is on the nose. It's a little more fruity on the palate. A lot of that dark stuff isn't there. The pipe tobacco does carry over. The wood carries over, but there's a sweetness and a fruitiness that I was not expecting in that at all. The mouthfeel is awesome. I do think I like the nose a little bit better than the palate, but I think that's going to be tough for me unless the palate's 1-to-1 to the nose for what this is, because that's my favorite aspect of bourbons, those dark notes on the nose. But the fruitiness on this is really interesting. It's not what I was expecting at all. I really enjoyed the mouthfeel on this. There's almost like a powdered sugar note on the palate that I'm really liking. Yeah, this is great. This is not anywhere near as good as the Gold Wax one, but like, yeah, that's the top tier. That's the top of the line version of it. But for a single barrel, this is fantastic. Now, at $190, man, that's tough on this, because that's more than a George C. Stagg at retail. It's more than a WLW at retail. Is it that good? No, but I am under the impression that it's that expensive because of it being, to benefit somebody. And I have no problem paying that for this bottle in that scenario. But what would I be comfortable paying for this bottle outside of this scenario? I think this is a solid $70 to $85 bottle. I think in that price range, you're doing really, really good. The flavors on this are really, really good. What would I give this on a scale of 1 to 10? I was really hoping that I could rate this because, like, I'll be honest with you. The Gold Wax one, I would put at like a 9.4. Like, it's up there with some of the best whiskeys I've ever had in my life. This one is not that good, but it is, I don't think it's in the 8s, but I think we're in like the mid to high 7s. I'm going to give it a 7.6. I think that is really, really good. I think with some more age on it, it'd be even better. It's only 4-year-old. But I think that Dettling makes really good and really interesting stuff. And this bottle, to me, is no exception. So, Seth, if you stumble across this video, I would love to do something with you guys because I admire you and what you do. And I think this bottle is really, really good. And don't hear 7 and make it sound like that's not a bad score at all. On the other hand, the 9.4 I gave your Gold Wax, it's truly one of the best bourbons I've ever had in my life. So I would love to maybe do a barrel pick at some point with you guys. I think it'd be really fun, and I think there's a lot of interest from my community who are curious about Dettling. And I was born in Alabama, so what are you gonna it's a match made in heaven. This is really good. I don't know if this bottle is still available. If it is, I will throw it in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. You can help support this great cause. But I'm just telling you, man, I love this pipe tobacco nose. All right, that's the review. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and comment down below if you've ever tried Dettling. If you're curious about it, let me know. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, cheers.
A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.